After more than 7 years behind bars, Florence Cassez walked out of a Mexican prison a free woman. She's now headed back to France to be reunited with her family. It took little more than an hour for a 5-judge panel to decide that Frenchwoman Florence Cassez should be released because her constitutional rights had been violated.
We
order the immediate and absolute freedom of Florence Marie Louise Cassez Crepon.
The judges had been considering a proposal to throw out her 60-year jail sentence and send her case back to a lower court. In the end, 3 of the judges here went much further, ruling that Cassez should be released because much of the evidence in her case had been tainted, in large part because her arrest had been staged in front of national television cameras. A day after arresting her in 2005, federal police officers pretended to arrest her for the first time. And Cassez was not granted immediate consular access, and during her trial, there was contradictory testimony from witnesses about her involvement in the kidnapping ring run by her boyfriend. Still, she's always maintained her innocence.
It's very important for Florence Cassez, but it's also an enormous precedent for Mexico, because the Supreme Court is now sending a clear and very firm message that these kind of abuses cannot be tolerated.
Rights groups representing the kidnapped victims were watching the case closely and wanted the court to uphold the conviction.
Hoy la máxima casa se supone de justicia.
Today, the highest court showed that there is no justice. There is power and there is money to buy a media campaign in order to portray a kidnapper as innocent.
The case had strained relations between Mexico and France, where Cassez's sentence has become a national issue. French President François Hollande welcomed the decision, and her mother reacted emotionally.
I'm full of joy, I can't say anything else. I still can't believe it. Until the last moment I was saying to myself, she will probably get a retrial. I didn't believe it, and in one go, I just felt an explosion.
But many Mexicans are unhappy with the decision and say they'll be looking for the courts to uphold their rights as forcefully as those of Florence Cassez. Adam Raney, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.